A few people want to know, can you drive for Lyft and Uber as well and have a spouse or a friend in the car with you when you're going to go pick up passengers? So I want to tell you guys about a time that I was doing a ride, right? It was like a Lyft ride. I was driving for Lyft that day, and I go pick up this lady, man, nice looking lady, beautiful, I'm telling you. And it was her first Lyft ride ever. She hops right behind me, and we're talking or whatever. She's asking me questions like, yeah, it's my first Lyft ride or whatever. I'm about to head to work. You know, can I tip? That was one question that stuck out to me. I was like, yeah, you can tip. It'll pop up in the app. She asked me about my experience driving for Lyft and stuff like that. And, you know, I answer all the questions, talk to her for a minute, and then I tell her, I'm like, hey, I know you're going to work, but you did request a Lyft line ride, so there's a possibility, you know, that somebody else might hop into the car with us. If you're ever in a rush, just request a regular Lyft ride. That way you don't have to worry about other people hopping in. And she was like, yeah, you know, it was just a cheaper option, so I got it. But thanks for letting me know, because I didn't know that. I was like, no problem, whatever. And then next thing you know, we get a ping, and lo and behold, I'm like, yeah, you're lucky day. We actually got to go pick somebody else up. So we'll start navigating to the second passenger, get ready to pick up the second passenger. I get to the address, I see another lady, and she's standing in her yard, like on her porch, and I pull into the driveway, and you know, she walks up to the car, she looks at my Lyft sticker, she looks in the back seat, she looks in the front, she opens up the front door. She's like, hey, are you my Lyft driver? I'm like, yeah, go ahead, hop on in. She gets in, I talk to her, I'm like, hey, how's your day going and stuff? And she's like, you know, good or whatever. I don't feel too well. I'm about to actually head to the bank, then head to the doctor. I'm just gonna have to drop you off at the bank. And the lady in the back the whole time was kind of being quiet, just looking out the window, doing her own thing. And in my mind, when the lady was looking that way, I was like, kind of like, man, what is she doing? Why is she looking at my car and stuff all weird? Why is she asking that? And I didn't really say anything. So I dropped the second passenger who I picked up off first, because her drop-off location was first. And then I proceed to drive the first passenger I picked up, who was sitting right behind me, which I hate, but she was cool. And I drop her off. And I drop her off, I have a good day, I do a few more Lyft rides, and then I continue to do Uber rides. And the reason I tell you this story is because the next day I wake up in the morning, I check my emails as I usually do, and I have an email from Lyft. And now this email is a notification telling me that it is not okay for me to have my own passengers, friends in the car with me while picking up passengers. I had been reported for having someone else in the car with me when doing pickups. Now, in my head, I'm thinking like, I didn't have anybody in the car, and then all of a sudden in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why that woman was looking crazy. She didn't know she requested a Lyft line ride either, so she probably thought it was my friend sitting in the back seat, when in all reality, it was just another passenger. So in essence, to tell you that, and I sent Lyft back an email like, hey, check out my rides. I think I only gave like 3 Lyft rides that day, and they were all Lyft line rides. Said, hey, check out this ride. I think that's the exact ride. And I would like you guys to take that 1-star rating off of me, because the lady rated me 1 star for having another passenger in the car when she didn't even know she took a Lyft line ride. But the moral of the story is basically, to answer your question, can you have a spouse or friend in your car when doing Lyft or Uber pickups? Absolutely not. All of your seatbelts that you have in your car have to be available for passenger use only. If they're not, you could possibly get reported the same way I did, or you might go pick up a group of passengers who want to use all those seatbelts, and then you don't have the room for them. So therefore, you'd be losing money, because now you have to cancel the ride out, and it would actually be your fault. So you wouldn't even be able to charge them for a cancellation fee or anything like that. So overall, no. Now, if you were doing something like Uber, if you did Uber Eats or any type of delivery service, then yeah, you can actually have people in the car with you when you deliver, just because you're not having passengers get into the car. You're only picking up food and then delivering it. And that's totally fine. If you were to do that, I would suggest whoever the person is who's on the picture actually take the food to the door when you hand it to the customer. That way there isn't any confusion. I've even done Uber Eats in different cars, right? Like I probably shouldn't do that, but actually I did it in the right car. I have a few cars on my insurance paper, and when I sent them my insurance work, they hit the wrong car on there, and I just never got it changed because getting in contact with Uber support was pretty difficult at the time. They never changed it. I tried to email them and stuff like that, but basically, no, you can't have passengers in the car. Now, if you are looking to get signed up with Lyft or Uber, go ahead and check the links in the description. You can do so there. Lyft is actually giving out sign-up bonuses, and Uber is still doing guarantees. So go ahead and check that out. But until next time, peace.